Welcome back to On the Issues. The Phoenix Fire Department offers several community programs to educate residents on various topics to keep us safe. Joining us to highlight these programs and services is Deputy Fire Chief Frank Solomon. Frank, great to have you with us.
Oh, it's a pleasure to be here.
And right before the camera caught us, that thing started beeping, which is really annoying. What do you have in your hand there?
Well, you're right, it is annoying, but it's annoying for a reason, Councilman. It's a smoke alarm. It's a smoke alarm that truly is the only piece of equipment. It's the only device that will save yourself, to save your family in an event of a fire.
And what was that beeping? It was just kind of a beep, and it's
right.
really annoying.
Well, I accidentally pushed the battery in, and it armed it, and
Okay.
it's telling you it's ready for service. It's ready to go. I used to tell the kids when I used to teach school, it's like a nose that never goes to sleep, because that's exactly what it is. And the kids can see, oh, I know what it is now. And it's honestly, it's the only device that will wake you up. It will alert you in the middle of the night when your house is filling with smoke, toxic smoke, carbon monoxide, and all the deadly products of combustion.
Now, having said that, though, Frank, the beep that we just heard, and again, really annoying, but it's really important, right? I mean, once a month, we all know why eventually we have them, but what should we be doing to make sure that they're watching over us?
Absolutely. We should be checking our smoke alarm at least once a month. And you do it very simply by pushing that button right there just to make sure that it goes off. I'm not going to do it. And then once a year, replace that battery. It's like anything else. A battery has a shelf life, and it's about a year. The smoke alarm itself has about a 10-year shelf life. It needs to be replaced, but it also needs to be taken care of. Clean it, vacuum, do not paint over it. If you're not comfortable with the unit, get rid of it. Purchase another one. This is a new dual sensing type of device. It's the latest in technology when it comes to smoke alarm. Battery operated smoke alarm. And I say that because there are the direct connected to your power of your home.
Do you not recommend those?
Well, we recommend all smoke alarms as long as they're UL approved. And on the very back, you will see that they're UL approved. That means that they've passed all the testing.
Are you telling me there are actually smoke alarms on the market that are not UL approved?
I've not seen any, but they've told me that there had been in the years past.
Really?
But it's just out of habit now that folks ask me, which one do I get? Do I buy the most expensive one? Do I buy?
That's a good question. Do you have to buy the most expensive one?
No, you have to buy the one that is number one, UL approved, and the one that you feel the most comfortable with after you read the literature on the back of the packaging. And they're all pretty much standard across the board. The prices may range of some, but even the ones on the lower scale, as far as the $9, $10 ones, they're not the dual sensing technology, and those are a little bit more expensive. But what I'm referring to as dual sensing, Councilman, is that it will pick up a fast moving fire, and it will also detect a very small smoldering where the particles of smoke are larger than a very fast moving fire. So it gives you plenty of warning so that you can get out.
Now, Frank, sorry I'm going to interrupt, but radon. We've heard about radon over the years, and you need to have an alarm, some sort of a sensor for radon. Does radon tie into all of this as well?
Not at all, not at all. And then another example of that would be carbon monoxide. And this is not a carbon monoxide detector. And there are separate detectors for numerous other chemicals or toxins in your home. This is strictly a smoke alarm. It's just the products of combustion. There is a combination one that you could buy for carbon monoxide. But keep in mind, carbon monoxide will act different than smoke. Carbon monoxide traditionally is a little bit heavier than air, so it has a tendency to sink closer to the floor. So your carbon monoxide detector, if you notice, are placed a little bit lower on the wall than a smoke alarm. Smoke alarm will go up, will mushroom down, and start working its way down. But initially, will go up.
Frank, do you have a checklist for folks? If they move into a new apartment, they move into a new home, what should they be doing first?
Safety number one, most important. Make sure that you have your address visible out front of your home, your apartment, your condo. That is so that we can see, even though we have an incredible mapping system of our unit, but nonetheless, you still need to have a very visible address. As you walk in, make sure that your home is equipped with a smoke alarm. If you can afford it, one in every room would be the best, except for the kitchen. Do not put one in the kitchen. It'll give you false readings. When you're in there burning the beans, when you're in there, the smoke alarm is going to go off. And the first time you'll disable it, but you'll able it. You'll put the battery back in. Second, third time, it's not a very good chance that you'll put the battery back in. So that's why we say stay away from
every
the
room
kitchen.
but the kitchen.
Exactly. Hallway, if you can only afford a couple, one on each floor if you have a multi-level home, but in the hallway would probably be great outside of the living quarters.
That's really good.
Know how to escape a home. It's important because this device will alert you, but know how to escape. Have an exit drill. Have an exit plan in your home. Make sure that your visitors, if they're staying overnight, know how to exit. You know, always have two ways out of any room that you're in, including the bathroom. If you notice, most bathrooms have a window in a home. You have to be able to exit out either the door or the window. Wow. If you have small children living in a home, make sure they know and practice with them. It's always a fun activity to do with the family. And teach them how to open a window. You know, years go by and we don't open these windows. They'll develop.
They get painted over.
Dirt, painted over, exactly.
These are really good. We are out of time, but these are really good. So those are your top three.
Absolutely.
Address,
smoke alarm in every home, and practice exit drill in the home.
That's really good. Thanks, Frank.
Absolutely,
really glad you came today. All right, coming up next, our quarterly report on the local real estate market. Keep watching on The Issues.